There's one specific thing in Pokemon Winds and Waves that we all want more than anything, and that thing is a brand new Eeveelution. Now listen, I'm at the point where I don't even care what type of Eeveelution it is, just give me that Eeveelution, Game Freaky. Unfortunately today, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we got some bad news to talk about with the new Eevee. However, I think things can always change. We are gonna dive into it all in today's video. And of course, I got that Eeveelution crew with me to back me up on this one. So right before we hop into it, let me know your favorite Eeveelution and maybe an Eeveelution you would just love to see in general. Oh, and also stay tuned to the end to find out more about the giveaway that my bro Jason and I are running up that we are wrapping up very, very shortly here. All right, let's get right into the information here. So if you don't remember this ginormous alleged rumor, I guess I would call it, from the other day, specifically there's one thing that I haven't really gone too in depth about, and that is that there does not seem to be a new Eevee. It also says Tropius evolution, but specifically let's talk about the Eevee today. I just want to say I think this could still happen. I just think it makes sense to get an Eeveelution. So even though we have rumors of there not being an Eeveelution, which we have had many rumors of no Eeveelution being in this game, Game Freak, just think about the millions you will make with a brand new Eeveelution. We actually did have a planned Eeveelution for Pokemon Sun and Moon. So this is apparently the day it was cut from Sun and Moon. Ironically, it's almost exactly 12 years ago to the day, and it was supposed to be a flying type Eeveelution. So this is from the Pokemon Sun and Moon design progress management document, saying after being told that the design was similar to a created fan design, it was decided that the design cost would be very high. If there is a game where a flying Eevee is the main character or is a high value in the game, then it's not worth the high cost. We can make that decision, but it's not the case at the moment. We'll put it on hold. The word specifically, putting it on hold, is an interesting one, until we can determine the importance of the new Pokemon. And these are just possibilities of what it may have looked like. I mean, it is a flying type Eeveelution, so I feel like, you know, there's so much fan art out there, it makes sense why it would look like a fan design. We also had a recent rumor with Winds and Waves that there are maybe going to be islands or like some sort of specific areas in this game that you could only reach by flying. You have to fly to these specific areas. So I'm taking it as maybe a floating island, although I don't really know how that really makes sense with the lore of this region. So it could just be different areas that you just simply can't get to unless you fly there. So it's definitely a weird coincidence. You know, it's like fill in the blank, flying type Eeveelution, place that we can only get to by flying. Not only that, but Game Freak themselves have put little things into Pokopia, and Scarlet and Violet originally came from Scarlet and Violet that quite legitimately just straight up tease an Eeveelution. Oh, also here's a funny post from a few years ago saying that the picture is somewhere in Game Freak's office, which is true. Somewhere out there is a real like picture, or I guess blueprint or design or 3D render, whatever it may be, of this flying type Eeveelution. And I'm sure they have experimented with other types as well. Like that just would make sense, right? And a massive shout out to today's video sponsor, Manta Sleep. They sent me some amazing products here. And let me tell you what, right away, I have used this for the last few nights now. This is the Manta Sleep Silk Mask, and it is absolutely amazing. I have gone straight to sleep, and personally, I do struggle with sleeping. It takes me a long time to fall asleep. And my favorite thing about this mask right here is that the cups right here offer a total blackout, so no light comes through, and they let your eyes breathe, which I think is a really nice feature. The inflatable travel neck pillow is going to be a game changer for me. I'm somebody that travels somewhat frequently to visit family, and this is one of the coolest products I think I've ever seen because it is an inflatable pillow, meaning you could deflate it for easy storage, and it is not like the typical neck pillow. This one genuinely is so much better. It keeps your head upright, and it's a lot more comfortable, honestly. And man, this material is so smooth. I will leave a link to their website in the description down below, as well as a pinned comment. You guys could get 10% off with my code on the screen here. They're an absolutely amazing company, extremely nice people as well, so I highly recommend them. They have a wide variety of different products to pick from, so go check them out. Thank you again for sponsoring this video. And a lot of these actually have made their way into Pokopia, like the exact same artwork. And Game Freak, they absolutely love to put little Easter eggs or references for like future games or just future things that they are going to do. This is a picture that has been confirmed. This was a straight up teaser for Winds and Waves without a doubt. Remember, this is from Generation 9. This is from years ago. This is quite literally in the Gen 10 trailer, basically. The door of Nemona's house in Scarlet and Violet is Tropius. What do we get in the trailer. Yes, we got Tropius. This is a picture of Greninja saying the hidden ninja isn't supposed to be of a Pokemon. A lot are theorizing this could have been Mega Greninja, because now we actually do have a Mega evolution of Greninja. But within the house, sorry for the blurry picture, by the way, this is another picture, and once again, like I said, this is also in Pokeopia, so just kind of another teaser right there, and it is of 2 evolutions in a field with some mountains. Now, some out there have theorized that these might be mountains that are based in Southeast Asia, because Winds and Waves is based in Southeast Asia. People are really convinced that this actually is Generation 10, and of course, you can see a bunch of clouds with winds. Kind of makes a lot of sense, right? Maybe teasing specifically at a flying type. Could even be teasing at 2 more, although I feel like 1 is probably more of a fair decision. We also have 1 more special type that should be getting an evolution, because all of these types have evolutions beside the dragon type, which of course the flying type is in the physical category. So if we do get 2, I think it most likely will be flying and dragon. I also just think dragon fits well with the theme of Pokemon Winds and Waves. I have so much more to say, and I wanted this to be a shorter video, but we're just gonna go all in. We're gonna talk about everything. Something else I was thinking is, okay, Game Freak, you know, maybe they actually are gonna be giving us, just because we have that alleged leak, alleged rumor, whatever, that we won't be getting a new evolution, doesn't mean it can't happen. Remember, Legends EA, we did not have Mega Raichu X and Y leaked. That was a complete shocker. That was not in the Terra leak. So without a doubt, it is 100% possible for Game Freak, Nintendo, the Pokemon company, to actually hide things. And probably due to the Terra leak, they've probably upped their security. They've probably made it a lot harder to crack their information and stuff. So I'm not saying it's happening for sure, but I could just see it happening. It has been over a decade. Last time we had a brand new evolution, it was Sylveon in Pokemon X and Y. The fact that a flying type was planned does show us that Game Freak have discussed new evolutions internally, even if they aren't going to give it to us. I also do think maybe, just maybe, this could be bait for a DLC. Could you imagine if we did get a DLC for Winds and Waves that did give us that new evolution? Because obviously they are not afraid to add exclusive Pokemon to DLC, so I do think this could really happen. This would also prevent it from being leaked from the base game. The DLC has not been shown. There is a DLC plan. We know that it's gonna happen. I mean, just thinking like logically, of course, there is gonna be a DLC for this game, but the mechanics, new forms of this game, it's gonna be a big brand new game. I feel like an evolution would just be the cherry on top, so I think that would be a massive selling point of a DLC, just to give us that simple brand new evolution. Like, Game Freak, just give it to us, man. Like, come on, bro. I find it a little bit funny that a part of the reason was because it's like too expensive or whatever, but dude, they would make that money back right away. So that's kind of why I also think it's a DLC thing, because they definitely want people to be buying the DLC. Until Game Freak reveals the entire new Pokedex, I think anything is possible. I think we should keep an open mind about this. We've had many rumors suggesting it's not happening, although we have had a few suggesting it could happen. Of course, the biggest piece of evidence would definitely be the pictures in Scarlet and Violet. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think we should get a new evolution? I think we are in perfect order to get one. Not a shout out to Perfect Order TCG sit, by the way. And now before we wrap up this video, guys, remember, we are wrapping up that giveaway very shortly here. It's 100% free to join. It's in the Discord. We're just hosting in the Discord so we can keep track of who entered and so we can reach out to the winner. Or I should say winners, because it's actually 2 winners we're picking for a $20 eShop card. Like I said, 100% free to join. We just simply want to give back to you guys, because without you guys and the community, we wouldn't be here today. So I wouldn't be sitting here in my room screaming about a brand new evolution. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for everything. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Let me know what evolution you would love to see. I will see you in the next one. Peace.